Hello everyone, this is chapter 23. I'm going to go through this as quickly as I possibly can in the vague hope that it might be of use to you, especially as I'm not going to be at school tomorrow because one of my daughters isn't feeling well, but it's useful if ever we need to look through it. For revision purposes, Marcus takes Quintus to the baths. Quintus now had studied in the school of Orbilius. Notice there the pluperfect tense of studuerat. For a long time, he was a boy of the greatest industry, summa industria ablative of, I'm going to change into the other one so I can highlight it rather than cross it out. That's an ablative of quality, and he was rejoicing in his studies. Once, when Orbilius sent away the boys, Marcus said to Quintus, I am going to the baths. Don't you want vis? Do you not want venire to come with me? They are not far from the forum. Quintus was at leisure, and he was volebat, wanting to obey Marco, literally give obedience to Marcus. So the object there is in the dative rarely. Immediately they were proceeding to the baths, procedebant, imperfect there. Flaccus was walking after them with the tutor of Marcus, cum pedagogo in the ablative. Soon they arrived, perfect tense, they entered, and they were looking around, plurimi, superlative. Very many people were in the atrium. Clamores undique. Shouts were echoing around, imperfect, undique, from all sides. Some people, Ali, were jumping into the pool with a great noise. That there is an ablative of manner. Others were ludebant, were playing with their medicine balls that we talked about last time with an ablative of instrument. Botulari, the sausage sellers, again that we were talking about, and the cake sellers were laudabant, were praising their wares with magna voce, with a great voice, ablative of manner. Quintus was looking at everything with omnia admiratione, with the greatest admiration, ablative of manner, when Marcus saw a certain friend. He left Quintus behind, and he accessit, notice that sound, telling us it's the perfect tense, he went up to him. Quintus left alone for the changing room, apoditerium. He took off his vestimenta, accusative plural, neuter noun, hence ending with an A, took off his clothes, and he put them in the cupboard. First, he went into the warm room, tepidarium, where we get the word tepid in English from, and for a little while, he jacebat, was lying down in the warm water. Then he went into the caldarium, into the hot room. Finally, he jumped into the piscinam, into the pool, and he aliquandio for some time was exercising himself, imperfect, exercebat. At last he read it, went into the changing room, but went back into the changing room and he looked for his clothes. But when he opened up the cupboard, nothing in erat, compound verb, from eo I go in, eo I go in, nothing was in there. Aliquis, they've misspelt that. Someone had stolen, pluperfect, his clothes. Quintus ran back into the main room, and he was looking around. Subito, suddenly he caught sight of a man, conspected, perfect tense, hurrying, present participle, Hannah, and Aishwarya, if you were still here, hurrying, present participle, accusative, hurrying to the door, who, relative pronoun, who was ferebat, was carrying the clothes in his hands. Quintus immediately shouted magna voce in a loud voice, ablative of manner, seize him, imperative, seize that thief. He is stealing my clothes. Flaccus, who was waiting in the atrium, in the main room, heard him. He saw the thief. Without delay, he chased him. He, change of subject, was fleeing, imperfect, to the door, but Flaccus ran after him with the greatest speed, ablative of manner, because it's describing the manner in which he ran, and he grabbed him, he ran after him, and he deprehended, he grabbed him on the very threshold. He grabbed him on the threshold itself, not himself, that's a mistake they've made. He grabbed him on the threshold, as in the doorway itself. He seized the clothes, and he brought them back to his son. Quintus gave thanks to his father, dative case, and he quickly put on his clothes. Very well done, girls. I look forward to seeing you all on my return next week.